So, welcome, Jim. I think we've known each other for how long now?
2009 when we first performed in Chogle College.
Oh,
If you remember that. Yeah.
crazy. I think the first time we performed was that song, right? Like for Friendship Day, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. It was you, me, and Varun.
Yeah, three of us.
Course,
I
yeah,
did the
yeah.
Michael Jackson
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first
It was the
one.
first time we
Yeah.
met. So,
And then later on, our most epic performance was with Edber and
I
all.
remember then Beats Pilani.
Which Pilani that rock you like a hurricane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shirtless boys dancing and all crazy.
That was crazy. It was first time for me also performing something like that. So I was it was something new for me.
Yeah.
And you continued doing that solo part somewhere, right? Like at some point you performed solo on that song. I remember some performance you did. I remember you mentioning to us.
I had done for a play.
Acha for play.
Yeah. So the play in that play, director wanted to show that I am into extracurricular activities and all.
अच्छा
So मुगेली entry हा तीच stages start जाताले.
okay.
Our dance kota. Then the play starts. क्या बशे. So yeah, Jim, there's lots to talk about.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for coming, Animarek. So let's just start with your journey because I think a lot of people know you, who know you recently through your social media, don't really know that what has gone into you becoming who you are now.
True.
Kodane. So I think that needs to, come out. That needs to be on record, sort of, so that आम्ही मागे बरेच जाणटे जातात त्यांना I just look back
Suddenly
at
look
video.
back at us.
Yeah, I say, oh, this was the journey, yeah. Because there are a lot of you're just busy living life and building your career, but you don't get a time to look back.
True.
So let's just try to explore that. So you can just start off by tell us what all you have done.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey. If I just go back from college,
Yeah.
so 2009 we started Chokles.
Correct.
We were into dance. I really loved performing and I
Yes.
loved performing. But I think eventually I figured out like at some point ki I'm not as great as the others. So there's no point in pursuing this for future. But I still wanted to be a part of show business, especially since we did so many shows in Goa, so many competitions am gelle
Oh, you had a group also, no?
called Imaginates.
Imagine it.
Yeah,
Imagine it.
I started somewhere the same first year only, mid after first or second semester, I can't remember. But yeah, it was awesome.
No,
Performed
it's
in
like
three
if
places.
you go to Chogles now, no, the
My photos are still
photos
there.
are still
Actually, a few days ago, my wife wanted to go to Chogles to see my picture,
Yeah.
what it was like. But we went to Karnataka for a trip, so but yeah, it's good to know my little legacy still lives in Chogles.
yeah.
So yeah, journey has been great. I think after college, I decided to move in a different direction. I decided to do events. And still in showbiz, so it was good. I did lot of high profile weddings, and then at one point I got into celebrity management. I did I think was it IFA? No, sorry. I did Filmfare. I
Okay.
did Filmfare event, and I did one called SIFTA. It was in South Africa, a South African Indian Film Award something.
Okay.
It was hosted by Karan Johar. It was pretty awesome, but I did not enjoy the process of awards where the work hours are insane, but the pay is not that much.
So for this, you were based out of
Mumbai, yeah. So after college in 2012, I did a event management course in Mumbai, in a college called NIM, National Institute of Event Management. It was okay. It was all right. They had good contacts, so they got me good jobs.
Okay.
I worked with Fountainhead, which was one of the biggest event companies in India. So they do Filmfare.
Yeah.
And then after I did a couple of months, I moved to a different. Actually, before that, I was interning with. That's a good story. So right after college, I was interning with a company. I forgot the name. I'll send you a picture. So with them, I got to do an event in Goa. So I was a new hire.
Okay.
They didn't really expect much out of me. So they were like, oh, you're from Goa. Okay, let me send you for this Goa event. And they actually liked my work. So like, okay, now that I know what you're capable of, out of like a big team of seniors and all. Me and one more junior, we got selected to do an event in Singapore.
Oh, wow.
So right after college, I got to travel to Singapore. And that's when I fell in love with travel and seeing more places. Because so India, Goa, you travel Delhi Valley and all you do, but you never expect a country to be so beautiful, so
Correct.
organized.
Correct.
And this was back in 2013. There was not, I mean, it was developed, pretty developed, but you still go and it's just that awe of visiting a new country.
Yeah.
You see how clean they are, how organized their metro, their taxis,
Yeah.
everything is just spot on.
And your first trip was in Singapore, so the standard
Was just like
next.
where you are.
Teshet, आता मरे same thing has happened with me also. My first international trip was in Maldives. So मरे Maldives गेलो त्यांना you are in this much water and you can still see your
Yes.
feet. It's that clean water.
Impossible in Goa.
Yeah, impossible in Goa or anywhere.
Anywhere in India.
You take a glass and it's like it
Clear water.
looks like clean water, but obviously it's salty. So the standard gets set so high,
Yeah.
everything else starts feeling.
Everything else. And then immediately you're like, I'm getting Jaffin. Why can't we be, forget about dash and at least somewhere in the middle or something even better than this.
Correct.
So you start having expectations.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the start. So after Singapore, I was like, okay, I think I need to do something that lets me travel more. So I started choosing my companies where I could see a potential, like where I get to travel more. I even applied for another company that does IFA awards.
Okay.
But they were putting me on a different event. So I was like, no, that's not going to work out for me. Then I went to the South Africa event where immediately after Singapore, few months I worked with another company and immediately I got to travel to South Africa. Now South Africa is not that top, but it's still better than us. And I didn't even visit Cape Town. I was in another city called Durban. Still beautiful. I was staying in a place called Umhlanga Rocks. A much better place, like clean. The beaches are beautiful. The roads are amazing. So my introduction to travel was from these places, where Singapore, South Africa. I was like, wow. So that's when I got hooked to traveling. And then I started looking for jobs that would let me travel more. And that's when I got introduced to cruise ships. What better place to work where you get to travel, you get paid, and the work is not that bad. So since I had experience in events, immediately I got a job. Like I applied, and then in 1 month I was already on the ship, and I was working as a stage crew basically for events. On ships they have shows every day to entertain the guest. So I was the backstage guy working with them. So I worked as a stage crew for I think 4 years. And then I was training to be an audio engineer. So then later on I got
this training was happening on the ship.
On the ship itself. Yeah, I would do trainings with the audio engineer over there. I would take online courses. So I did a lot of online trainings and onboard trainings as well. And immediately, I think after 4-5 years in 2018, I got promoted as audio engineer. So from then to 2 years ago, I was working as an audio engineer. And then I quit to pursue content creation full time.
Great.
Quite a journey.
Now, so why did you think of leaving events as such?
So it all had to do with the amount of work versus the pay. Now,
And this problem, I think it's
only in India.
only in India.
Only in India. I've never seen this problem anywhere outside. I'll get to that. So the first event where I worked in Singapore, I was working almost 20 hours. Almost. Like it was, we would come home to get some prep work done. And I remember one of the days I just passed out and I fell asleep while working. And I had to, and this was at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I had to be ready for the next day at like 6 a.m. or something.
Okay.
So I was like, and I was 21, 22. And at that age, I had a back problem because of that event.
Crazy.
We were working non-stop for 5 days. As much as I enjoyed traveling, I didn't really enjoy Singapore because it was all work. And I was really tired, back issues and all that. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just me being bitchy or complaining. So I was like, okay, let's try somewhere else. The same thing happened other places as well. not really long hours, but with different like celebrity manager. It was more with celebrities काम करना. I didn't really like. You had to deal with tantrums and all that. I didn't want to get. So I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I know you're an actor, but
No. That's
so I said, I know. But with some celebrities, it was like not that great. So I was like, okay, let's try something else. So I kept on trying different jobs, and I think I made a right decision of going on cruise ships because over there, if by law you cannot work more than certain hours, like you cannot work more than 10 or 11 hours, and even in that, they make sure you need to get 6 hours of long break of sleep plus another 4 hours of break. So they cannot make you work non-stop. So that Gada Mazduri does not exist in anywhere outside India. So like this is perfect. And even as a stage job, right? Like you don't have to work that much because these events only happen in the evening. On sea days, yeah, there are events happening all day. But when the ship is docked on a port, you don't have to work that because kind events all night. So you get to travel a lot.
So yeah, events are not happening because I am assuming that people are
They are out traveling. So kona events ko tule. So because then you get to travel a lot, and I was like, wow, this is perfect. So because of which I got to travel more than 50 countries.
wow.
Now, yeah, actually got to visit a lot of countries, get to shoot a lot of content,
Yeah.
and I had some great memories. So yeah, that's when that passion came from.
So event management you did for how long roughly?
2 years, I think. 2 years.
With that same one company?
No, I've changed. Like I think I changed thrice. So I interned with one, then I changed twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so in that process itself, you decided to go on the cruise.
Yeah.
So what were the challenges of joining a cruise ship? Like you need some training and all for that.
So I didn't face any challenge. Like getting the job was easier because I did all these big events. Like I should have worked on Filmfare, this Sci-Fi, and I worked on really huge events like weddings and all. So for me to get, I just gave my resume. They're like, oh, we love it. So they just immediately got me on board. And then there were trainings, like you need to do some safety trainings. So that was the easy part.
But that training to is separate. You become like they train you for that.
Separate group. That has to do with your survival. There's PST, fire fighting, like personal survival techniques. Like there is fire training. So there are some trainings you have to do, right? To आता शिपाऊस लागला कितकोतले. So all that.
So आवान तू बोटीर गेला तुमक सालवार कोतलो.
Yeah, no, you have to every man for himself. But
where we just take a boat and we decide to go from Miramar ahead and something goes wrong, I know that you can.
yeah, definitely.
If not me, you can save yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, great. But is like, how is life in the sea? I mean, it's
amazing. I don't know if everybody can say that, but certain departments, yeah. I mean, there are some departments like if you're working in Cali, if you're a cook, if you're a waiter, if you're a room steward, for them life is a bit different. It's a bit challenging for them because they have longer hours, longer shifts. I don't know about their salaries, but they do work a lot. For me, for our department, since events only happen in the evening, I would on a regular port day, I would come in at 5 o'clock for sound check. Sound check zale, then we would go for dinner or something or go for workout. Then science don't show us that. So we would then work on the shows, 1 hour show each. And then after that, we dismantle the stage for that event and then set up for the next day. And that is it. So on a good port day, we would work 5 to 6 hours maximum, maybe.
okay.
And it was even less when I was working as an audio engineer because I would just come in at 5 o'clock for a sound check, 45 minutes to 1 hour sound check, then 2 shows, which is 1 hour long. That's it. That would be my day. 3 hours.
And what are the shows? मुझे किधर ऐसे like they are plays or
Yeah. Not plays as such. It was mostly musical. So a ship has a set of 3 shows. So one cruise is like 7 to 10 days long, depending on the itinerary. Titu, they will have 3 to 4 shows which are set with the ship singers and dancers. So त्यांचे sets माशे ओढला असताय. So we would, for working on those shows, it's a bit long because setup पर much time लगता. So we have these 3-4 shows set. Every week they are there. Then the other days of the week, no, they bring in guest entertainers from land. They would bring a comedian sometimes, mostly singers, bands.
Okay, so artists who are like in the close proximity, I believe, or
No, it doesn't matter. They would fly them in.
they just
They would fly them in. Even if the ship is in anywhere in UK, they'll fly someone from London for a
Oh, nice.
comedian
nice.
or a ventriloquist or impressionist, singers, dancers. They would bring anybody in. So the remaining of the days where we don't have the production shows, we would have these shows. They're called the cabaret shows. So it could be a singer. I worked with a couple of, I forgot the Blue, you know the band Blue.
Mm-hmm.
So they also came once. There are a couple of
One love.
One Love, yeah. They came once. So there are a couple of bands. They would come. They used to be famous, and they would.
Wow, nice.
So I worked with one singer. He was part of Bruno Mars band. So I worked with him as well. So life is pretty interesting on board. So
Nice, nice. But at any given point of time when the shows are happening, people are there, like they are watching, or
Yeah.
most of the time they are.
always. So there are multiple venues on the ship. There is the theater, the main stage, and it seats around 800 to 900 people, and that's where I used to work. And then there are 5 to 6 smaller lounges. So in the evenings after 6 o'clock, shows and events are happening in all the lounges at all time. So if you're a guest and you come on a cruise ship, on these international cruise ships, you have varieties of entertainment happening all over the ship. If to comedy like na, you have a musical show happening. There's a trivia happening. There's a dance class happening. There's something or the other happening at all times on the ship. And in the main theater, you have the bigger shows, bigger production, multiple singers, bands. So let's just say a production show, right? We have 7 to 8 members band.
Okay.
There are 4 singers and there are 10 dancers. So you can imagine the scale of the house.
Shit. And so artists they are also staying on the
Yeah, everybody stays on board. Yeah, all the musicians stay on board, the production singers stay on board, and the dancers stay on board.
And how long does the contract last?
It depends department to department. For me, it was 5.5 to 6 months. The same goes with dancers. Some departments they demand 9 to 10 months, like waiters, cooks, room stewards, security. They kind of have longer.
So 5 to 6 months you do, and then
Then you would get like 2 months break.
2 months.
I would ask for at least 2 months break because that's like least for me.
So then you get to come back, and then you.
Yeah. So we are come back, then you know where you're going next. So either you do visa prep for the next trip. Let's just say if I'm at the US, now if I need to go to Barcelona to join my next trip, but there's visa, I have to apply.
Okay.
I have to do, if my medicals are expiring, I need to renew my medicals.
All good work.
So little paperwork here and there. 3-4 this thing out there.
ये break on salary matter है
Nah, man.
मेरा नहीं
Only if you're captain in those big positions, they get salary when you are at home.
on break.
Yeah.
So,
But for my position when I was to work, compensation is pretty good enough for you to
sustain.
Yeah.
But so 5 to 6 months also contract once the contract expires, you get a break. Then they send you another contract.
Yes.
It works like that.
Yes. So technically you're like a contractor. You're not an employee.
Yeah, you're not a.
You got a contract, you're done. You go home. You're not liable for anything. And next month you come, new contract.
Nice. I just wanted to ask you how, like I'm movies and bits how, or even the reels and all whatever. How scary is it?
Not at all, yeah. That videos that you see now is a very rare thing. Very rarely the ship will go on a storm and then so this 4-5 videos that you'll see, it lete hain.
Okay.
I myself have never experienced a storm. Maybe once or twice, but not a storm. So it depends where in the world you are. Like if you're going from Australia to New Zealand, there is a section of the sea. The 2 days are horrible. It's a rough sea.
It goes like this.
It's just not even 45-degree tilt.
Yeah.
Like few angles here and there, but it's enough to make you feel sick. For 2 days, if your head is moving like this all day, it's enough to make you sick. It is not that. And cruise ships cannot do that because A, you have 1100 crew members, you have 3000 passengers, most of them are old. If you do this, there'll be casualties. Plus, so many plates, all this decor work, production shows, n number of things. They cannot afford to do that.
It's like it's almost like a city which is
It is a mini city.
mini city.
It's a mini city. To walk from one end to other, it takes you 5 to 7 minutes or more. Or more. Yeah, it depends on which class of ship you are. You're tired. If you walk from one end to, you'll get.
I mean, it reminds me of Maldives. I was on one island. From one end of the island to go to the another end, it took this one 5 minutes.
That's the length of the ship. Yeah.
It's like such a small island. But then, if you think in terms of a ship, the ship is like
Yeah, it's like
crazy,
400 meters, if I'm not mistaken.
almost half a kilometer.
Yeah, almost. But don't quote me. You can. Yeah. But it's almost that because I used to run around the ship and it should take me a long time to do one lap,
Okay,
which is like almost a kilometer, or in their terms, mile. So
miles. And floors also.
floors, 18 to 19 floors.
Oh shit.
That includes, so there are 3 decks below the sea. 4th deck is on the sea level, and then the rest is above. So 16 to 17 is there. There are few floors here and there on top, either the bridge or the disco or some restaurants or a gym. So all in all, it's a huge building. So if you're on land and suddenly a ship arrives, you're like, building hai le.
Oh,
Yeah. The first introduction to me, like when I first joined the ship, in my head, Titanic is the only ship I know. So I know it's big, but it's not that big. So when I first entered, like I'm like, what is this? Like, it's like a building. Like, does this float? That's like, the thoughts immediately come like, am I safe? Like, I don't even know how to swim. Oh, I know how to swim, by the way.
Have you gone on like every level of the ship?
Yeah. So certain departments have privileges. So my department, entertainment department, we have privilege. So we can go any restaurants, we can go and have food. We can visit the gym.
Yeah.
If it's not busy with passengers. So we can visit. We can go to the clubs also. We can have a drink if it's not busy. So
But to किती चरपास होता ना तो ऐसे कौन like you mentioned, it's interesting for me. Some levels are below the sea level. So if you go down and if you I don't know, windows be asked
there are no windows. No.
There are no
It's
windows.
full metal.
matter.
Yeah.
Though.
From 4 above, yes. When you go in rough seas and you're on the 4th deck, you'll see the ship going underwater, coming out. Underwater.
Yeah.
But the waves are like maybe 4-5 meters high. I mean, it's still taller than me, but when you're on that big ship, it feels like, mashallah. Yeah, if you're on a small boat, you'll feel it.
Exactly.
Then you'll be like that.
4-5 meter मिलने you are to
1.6. I'm 1.6. 6 foot.
6 foot.
Yeah.
So
Bigger than this apartment.
2 times more than you.
2-3 times. Yeah. Yeah, but it does nothing to the cruise ship. Marsh se altly, like, okay, if you're on a small boat or a jet ski, then yeah.
And okay, so now the other question विचारपास होता तुका वयर सारको top एजेर आमगे local building and terrace म्हणटे त्या भशेन the top part of the ship, have you gone and how does it feel over there?
It's great.
So you might be crazy.
Yeah. You get a full 360 view. So there is no such thing as like circuit top view. The top view, there are the funnels for the smoke and all. You can't go there.
Yeah.
But there are like deck, if you go on deck 14 or 15, it's an open deck. To get clubs high, there is swimming pool and all. So we get a good full view. But there is
Some water slides and all that stuff.
the ships I worked on, I worked for Princess Cruises. That did not have water slides.
Okay.
The other companies, RCL and all, Royal Caribbean, they have slides. So, yeah.
So once you go on that, I'm just trying to imagine now, like you're in the middle of the sea, you go on top and 361 to come.
Oh, crazy.
You and I in this.
Yeah. On some ships, there is a disco or a club on 18th floor,
Okay.
all the way to the back of the ship. So it's like suspended in the air. Like imagine a ship and
Crazy.
suspended, all by itself. So it has glass floor. So if you're on the side, you're on glass floor and full glass view. So you're actually outside the ship and you can see the full 360 view. So crazy.
This was on your ship. No.
One of the ships I worked on. So my company has like 80 ships. So you get to go between ships. So yeah, one of the ships had that.
First time when you go, it might be scary, no?
Oh, yeah, of course. But you get used to it in 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
But it's not scary at all because if you're like, let's just say on a big building and then you see winds coming or waves, you don't get scared, right? Because you're with thousands of people, you're on a steady surface. It's not scary at all.
And how do they get like people who want to come? Like आता आम्ही आर्टिस्टाचे उलयताले
Right.
त्यांना तेंका कितको हाडटाय? Like it's like helicopters or
No. So
other smaller ships that
no.
yachts or something.
So let's just say one cruise, like a guest comes for cruise, right? Let's just say it starts on San Francisco. And from San Francisco, let's just say it's an Alaska cruise. They'll go to Seattle or they'll go straight to Alaska. They'll do couple of ports there. So एक आज जैसे Ketchikan लाओ Skagway, Tracy, whatever. There are multiple places to visit. So it will go in the morning.
Yeah.
It will spend the whole day, let guests travel, visit the places. Then they come in the evening. Then they'll go to the next place. So like they'll visit 4-5 places. And then they'll come back to San Francisco. That's the end of one cruise. So on the start of the cruise on San Francisco, they'll get all the artists. 4-5 artists, whoever will come, they'll stay for one whole cruise.
Oh.
And they'll perform once or twice, depending on their contract and what the shows they have to offer. So twice they'll perform, and in that 1 to 7 days to 10 days, the rest of the days they just chill and enjoy.
They're on board, basically.
They're on boats, relaxing. 1-2 days perform kotle, and then the rest
Interacting with people.
yeah. Bayar bompa meta, do nothing. You just relax.
Best, but
Yeah.
this is the life.
But for artists, yes, if you're a well-established singer, yeah, for them, life on board is amazing. If you're a DJ, your life is just too good. You have the best of the cabins, you have the best of the pay, you work only in the evenings. And kids are,
And the fame also on board.
yeah, everybody likes you.
So Jim, I wanted to ask you, it's very interesting, the workings of a cruise ship and all. I just wanted to ask you, like, I am a kind of a person who likes to meet new people, like, interact with people and all that thing. That's the reason why we are even doing this. So it's very interesting for me to know, like, what are the kind of people that come on a cruise ship, and what are the different experiences you get, like, with different people.
So it's very difficult. I don't know how to answer this because on cruise ships you'll work with over 50 nationalities.
Okay.
So even if you're working in India, you working with someone from Goa, Bihar, UP, you meet so many different personalities. If you're working with them all the time, you're bound to shape, your personality is shaped because of the kind of personalities you meet. Somebody you look up to. If I'm impressed by a friend of mine, like I have a friend, Amit, I really like what he does. So he kind of shaped me into the direction I'm going in.
So you can mention that Amit is he's right here, right? Right here with us. Yeah.
So you meet people over the course of your life.
Yeah.
And you kind of like what they do. You kind of get inspired from them. So like I told you, same on the ship, not just personalities, but different cultures coming from different nationalities. You learn a lot about tolerance, empathy, sympathy, and because there are set rules of how you have to work on ship, certain ways you have to behave.
Yeah.
Even your personality then becomes that.
It
gets developed and changed in a right direction. Now, I don't know before joining the ship, before I was in college, how I was. I bet I was not a nicer person. I don't know. I don't know how others perceive me. I don't know if my civic sense was right. I don't know if I used to litter. I don't know if I used to casually be racist. But then you join ship, you understand how you're supposed to behave, how you're supposed to interact with people, how you need to empathize, show sympathy, behave in a certain way, and that kind of molds you. You just become a better person. Like, I don't know how many times, like, if you ask a Goan, like, you just pass by and like, hi, good morning, good afternoon. You don't see that in Goa. You'll never see it. Very rarely, "Aao tu Gaurav tha, chal tum apne lo." I'll say, please, good morning.
Exactly.
But a random person, you're not going to do that.
Correct.
But outside, yes, like you see a random person, hey, good morning, have a good day, how are you doing?
Yeah.
It happens. And then,
And this is not because you're obliged or something, right? It's
no, nobody asks us to do that. But yes,
nature.
just become a better person,
Because
conscious all the time.
because even back in my wife's hometown in Russia, uh, building hamare, every time, like, somebody is exiting the building and you happen to see that you don't know that person. He might be your neighbor or you might be visiting someone. Everybody says hello.
You'll open the door, wait for the other person to go. That does not exist in Goa.
Another thing, in India it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You open a door for females outside
Yeah.
India, they will be so thankful.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
They'll greet
Here you open door for anyone, we just walk straight, like you don't exist. That, like, as if it's your duty to open the door for them.
That's true. And it happened couple of times also because of how I became as a person. Even me and my wife, we practice that, like being conscious, being a good person in general. So let's just say if we mola again, like I open the door for my wife and she's coming, and then somebody else is coming, Masha poisa, but I'll wait. Okay, it's okay, it's just nice. And they just like have a blank face and just walk as if like it was my job.
Correct.
My wife's like, what? No, sorry, no, thank you, nothing. Like, yeah, I've accepted it.
Yeah.
It is the way in India, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you become a different person, become better. So yeah, I would credit my ship life to mold me to a way I am right now.
Correct.
A better person than I was before, for sure.
Lovely. So so what are the kinds of people who come, meaning, so you might have seen so many people who have been, probably you interacted with or whatever. Okay. So mostly, like, Indians and all, have you met, like?
There are Goans, there are Indians.
Yeah.
Like I said, right? I became a better person.
Yeah.
I molded myself in a way that if a third person finds out that I'm from India, they'll have a good image of India. Like, oh,
Correct.
Indians are like this. They speak well. They're not rude. They're not loud. They don't drink or cause chaos. But a lot of people from India on the ship, like let's say there are parties, they'll misbehave. They'll get drunk. They'll catcall.
Shit.
And all that happens. And so as much as I love my country, I love my Goan brothers. A lot of times I don't really hang out much because I used to hang out a lot. And unfortunately, I saw some instance. So it's better to not,
Yeah.
we are not, Indians outside are not as much as appreciated. They don't like us because the way we put ourselves out there. Another person doing the same thing would just ruin it more. So I wanted to always show a better side of India as a person, represent better way.
Exactly. And this needs to be understood by people. Right? Now, what I'm going to say might be a little controversial.
So even I'm saying this, I'm like, Arey yaar, if I say too much, will people hate me? Because I'm like, so tu Goika, tu Indian, and tu Ambles ko. But
I'll give you an explanation for that, Kodani, after which I think people will understand why it is required. So I don't want to give a philosophical kind of a this. So we'll talk about our mean. So in that meme, what it was written is that when you are in a romantic relationship with someone who's not from your, probably not from your state, probably not from your country, you should give in your best because you're representing
they're representing your hometown.
You're representing your state or you're representing your country, impression. So this applies for people who go out of the country
100%,
also.
100%. You need to be better. You need to show that we are better.
Correct.
Can't be loud. You can't celebrate, like, you can't cause inconvenience to others. You need to think twice before you do something.
My one of
Playing loudspeaker in public area, that is not accepted. India cholta kutta hai, fine. If I go on a trek, there'll be a random guy from north. They're like loud music. I'm like, bro, I'm here to enjoy nature.
correct.
But it is acceptable here, but it's not acceptable outside. That we need to. And this certain thing is more practiced if you go to Japan and all. Like hyper practice. Like you can't pick up a call. You cannot talk in a subway or a metro. Supposed to be quiet, silent. To movie chota video chota phone ache earphones kind, so you don't have to be on loudspeaker. So things like this you learn when you travel, like little things you pick up from everywhere. If you're going on an escalator, if you don't want to walk, stay on the left.
Correct.
So you leave your right lane for people if they and the rush they want to run.
Correct.
So little pick things you pick up from everywhere and you just become better.
Yeah. And this is very much practiced out of India. I've seen long escalators. Everybody maintains that
One side,
one
left
side.
or right, depending on the country you are.
Not like Garabos, like
People in India, I've seen like they're going on an escalator and they'll keep their bags on that one side.
Yeah.
And they'll stand on one side and they're blocking if anybody wants to go. Even if you ask them, they're like, kya karega? Nahi move.
So these discussions are happening not for people who are even watching us or listening to us. They should understand that we are discussing these things not because we want to show that Are Baba Ami Sausar Choela.
No, it's not to educate you.
It's to educate you because we are living in globalization world wherein there is a probability and possibility that you will travel out of
100%.
out of your country. It's going to happen. Things are going to be more affordable in near future. You will travel.
It's already happening now. It's already happening. You see so many Indians traveling to Vietnam, traveling to Thailand, traveling to Cambodia and Bali. If you have been to Thailand, you'll see they already hate Indians because the way we behave outside.
Correct.
And it's happening right now in Vietnam. Like I visited 2 years ago with my wife. They were pretty chill, but now there's subtle racism happening.
Yeah.
Because how we put ourselves out there.
Exactly.
We don't know how to behave. We don't know how to walk. We just jaywalk. We don't know how to walk on the pathway. We don't do that. So people don't like us outside India.
Yeah, and now a lot of people are complaining about Goa in tourism wise. That why should we go to Goa? We'll go to Thailand. Baba, at least you can come to Goa. Tomorrow Thailand closes its borders for us. You won't
Very much possible.
And it is very much possible.
Very much possible.
It is very much possible. At least Goa, we will not be close to you because it's a part of your country. But that's a big sad part.
It's sad to see like the subtle racism happening, and then even I myself have experienced. Like I was in Georgia. Me and my wife were just shopping. We were doing, checking out some stuff, and she was just rude to us for nothing. We didn't bargain. We were just asking, "What is this?" Because we found it very interesting. It was like little statues or memorabilia. Like I love to collect magnets, and then we were trying to buy something for us as a souvenir, but they were just rude to us. Maybe because we were Indians, I don't know. But probably she also had a bad experience from an Indian because we love to bargain. We want to create drama everywhere we go. So
just bargaining is another thing, man.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Correct price di maka.
And it happens on like when you see it happening on the streets of streets, it's a different thing. But then I saw it happening in like in Moscow. One guy, he was bargaining to one fellow, like make price less for me, and he's being emotionally blackmailing that person. Like I want to take it for my wife, and this fellow is like, wow, how do I care? This is the price you pay.
This bargaining culture doesn't exist everywhere. A few countries in Africa, India, Asia, not everywhere. So people need to understand it does not exist.
And I'll tell you another thing, like especially in Thailand, the moment they see Indian, no, they will inflate
Price,
the
the
price
yeah, absolutely.
purposely so that they know that Indians will bargain, because it has happened
Yeah,
with me.
100%.
Very nice. Okay, what is the price of this? They told me one price, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy. The person who was selling it said, "Now you pay me only this much," because he said that I would bargain. You know.
Possible, yeah, happens.
So this is the thing. So yeah, Jim, we have reached a very interesting part over here, because this is where uh, you working on the ship and traveling to so many places and seeing different cultures and everything, I think is the time when your interest to get into more traveling and make
Yes.
content around traveling started. I'm assuming that.
So traveling, uh, my interest in traveling peaked in 2012 only when I first went to Singapore.
Yeah.
And I was already taking photos and posting little videos on Instagram and Facebook. Then I met another friend. So when we were cruising in New Zealand in Milford Sounds, it's a little fjords. So me and him, we filmed a little video. We did some time lapses and we made a small video on Facebook. So I started posting in the videos, I think from 2015, 16. But it was like, oh, we're going to try something to film a video and we'll show it to our friends what we are capable of. But as content creation, like I never thought like this is also something you could do. Then I met a friend from Brazil and she was like, I love what you do. Why don't you pursue it, or why don't you try something? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, wow, what can I do from it? She's like, oh, let me show you. And she was already famous on Instagram. She's like, oh, you can do this. And at that point, something clicked. I was like, oh, I just thought actors or singers or cricketers could only be famous. I'm like, huh, even we could capture better photos, better videos. And that's when my interest like kind of peaked towards creating content. And pre-COVID, I think 2017 and all, there was not much of people posting videos. So I would post video maybe once a month, just out of fun, like not like trying to be an influencer or something. I didn't even know the word influencer, content creator existed. For me, it was like, I want to show a video to my friends and family. And then she told me, oh, this is something good. I'm like, okay, wow, let's try this as well. And that's when the content creation journey started, I think in 2017. Yeah. When I first went to Turkey with my then girlfriend. I was like, so that's when I started posting YouTube videos and videos on Instagram. So from then till now.
Little bit to give a context, okay? Like, what are the 50 countries you have been to? I think it will be difficult for you to tell all the everything.
So, most of the countries in Europe, most of countries in Asia, almost all of the countries in Oceania, or the Australia, New Zealand, New Caledonia, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, all of those. North America, I've done all of them. Mexico, couple of Caribbean islands, USA, Canada. One country in South America, it's Colombia. I haven't done Antarctica yet, so that's my only continent that's remaining.
Right.
And Africa, with cruise ship, I've not been to Africa. So Egypt, South Africa, I've been by myself. So yeah.
South Africa.
Sorry, with that event.
With the event,
event company, yeah.
Cool. Antarctica, now the flights have started, no, from Goa.
From Goa?
Yeah.
How
the goods, see, that the only way you can go to Antarctica is by those, what's it called? These planes that take the supplies to Antarctica. So from Mopa, there's a flight which goes to Cape Town, picks up certain things from Cape Town also, and then they.
But I'm sure it's for the researchers, right? Not for.
No. So I'm getting to that. So from there, it flies to Antarctica. So that cargo ship, you can get a ticket, fly in the cargo ship. Wow. So I don't really know how it works, but there is a possibility.
So otherwise, if you want to go, you have to go to South America, Argentina, Ushuaia, something.
Okay.
So you fly there. So you have to, for us, we have to go to USA, Mexico, whatever. And then from there, you have to go to Argentina, drive to the port, and then from there you have to take a cruise ship. You
Okay.
have to book a seat at the cruise ship, and then they sail to Antarctica.
Okay.
There is an option of small flights that land in some parts.
This cargo thing, I think I can explore because if it is
Interesting. I didn't know about
yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. Um, what I wanted to ask you, I asked you so many. Okay, before that, like you been to Russia,
Yes, St. Petersburg.
Saint Petersburg.
Yeah.
Saint Petersburg, a lot of cruise ships.
Yeah, a lot of
That
cruise
time.
ships come.
It's a like a port.
We stayed there for 2 days. It was fun. I liked it.
It's lovely, man. That's one of my most favorite cities in the world. Yeah.
Wanted to go to Moscow, but it was a bit too far.
Yeah.
So choose not.
Yeah.
It's like a day journey, but I had to work and
Yeah.
also I couldn't do that.
No, but I think I might be biased. I like Saint Petersburg more than Moscow. Moscow is
I haven't been this hard.
Yeah.
But St. Petersburg was very nice.
yeah. Saint Petersburg is like a proper art city.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because when the emperor over there was developing that city, he took a lot of inspiration from Europe. So directly actually from France. So he tried to build a city in that way, from like to look like Paris. So
Makes
is that
sense,
the
makes
art
sense, yeah.
culture is there, and people are lovely there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's not like how you see in the movies. Like there's an impression of that Russian like this. It's lovely. At St. Petersburg, even like this year when I had gone over there, you just like, yeah, we were discussing about this. Not lack of this happened behind the cameras. No, like we don't have enough entertainment in
Yeah.
especially in Goa. In Saint Petersburg, a lot of museums and all are there, no doubt about then. But even if there's nothing, in summers when the climate is pretty good, there are white nights. You just walk out of your like hotel, you walk for 2-3 hours, you walk, you experience the city, and that itself is like
Yeah, yeah.
entertaining for you. I'm saying, everywhere you go, you find kachara.
See, that's the thing, right? If you look at it, like, if I have to compare, if you compare between Russia and India, what is special about it? Like, do they have anything special? No. Like, normal buildings, well structured.
I would
But it's the
say-
cleanliness. You can walk. There are pathways. There's proper system over there.
Yeah.
We have in Goa also, but
I think Goa and India in particular is much more scenic, natural beauty.
I'm tired of saying this.
Yeah.
People underestimate us so much. Like, we have so much to offer from culture, food, scenic places, hikes, you name it, and we have it.
Correct.
But our reputation is so bad,
And we
they don't want to come. I mean, even if you look at the places like Delhi, where most people come to Delhi, they do the triangle: Delhi, Jaipur, Agra. 100%. Not, I'm not say, most of them will have a bad experience on everyday basis, and these are like, and that gives impression of India.
India.
You take any foreigner videos, when they come to Delhi, they'll get catcalled, they'll be harassed. You go to Jaipur, it's not that bad. You go to Agra, it's just how it is. We need to change that. But then if we were well behaved, if our streets were well maintained, you can imagine where can we be, right?
Absolutely, man.
Like, just like you said, like, you just walked on Russia and it's like, wow, it's like, but technically, nothing. You just like having a good time, just walking there. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's
People don't realize it, right? I remember back in the day, we could walk on the beach and have a good time, like just walk on the beach and enjoy the walk itself. Now,
I was talking to my friend the other day, Amit Ole. We went to Kapteram to shoot one small drone video. Back when I was in college, we used to come there all the time. And we really used to have a good time. There was nothing there. But now, can you go there on a Sunday? It's horrible. It's horrible. I was like, what happened to us?
okay, Jim, I wanted to ask you, out of all these countries that you have gone, you don't get to name your home country, India, but all the rest. What is one place which was the most beautiful and interesting place that you saw, and on the and you have to tell me one of the countries which was like you had a little bit of bad experience or
Okay.
you bad?
So, two places I would say where I had really good experience. One is Turkey and Italy. Italy, I had expectations it to be grand, Vatican City, Rome. You go to Porto Venere or Cinque Terre, Florence. You expect it to be grand, and it delivers. It's a masterpiece. Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a night, and you can actually experience it when you go there. It's just the whole city is a piece of artwork, and it just lives to expectation. It's just beautiful. Italy in its whole is just beautiful. The food, the culture, the places, everything about it is beautiful. Turkey, when I visited, I had no expectation. I was like, okay, we're just going to chill for 10, 15 days. We're just going to have a good time. We didn't even expect, we didn't know what to expect. And we got to Turkey. Now, Turkey is a place that it's become popular now post-COVID with all the reels and all.
Correct.
But we went there when I told my parents, I want to go to Turkey. They're like, safe and I never saw any videos. I just saw a blog on internet. I'm like, oh, you can go to Cappadocia, you can go to a couple of places here and there. I'm like, okay, why not try? Because my then girlfriend, she used to live in UK, and me being in Goa, we thought the best is like meeting in the middle, which was Turkey.
Turkey.
The other option was Greece, and I've been there. So I was like, okay, let's try something new. And we just like happened to randomly choose Turkey, and we visited. I was like, okay, we're just gonna visit, see some few places, have a good time, and then go back. And that place again, man, just blew my mind. Like so much culture, so much. Like the one thing that really impressed me was the same thing what impressed me about Singapore. It's a place, Turkey, we didn't know much about Turkey, but it was clean, beautiful. People were well behaved. The trams were beautiful. Everything was clean, and you're like, we don't know much about Turkey, yet they are so much better than us in every aspect.
Correct.
So that place blew out. And then I went to Cappadocia. I only saw a picture of Cappadocia having some hot air balloons. So I was like, okay, we'll go and see. But then I visited that place. I was like, wow, this is something different. We stayed in a cave suite. And then you go out in the balcony in the morning at 6 and you are surrounded by hundreds of hot air balloons.
Wow.
Nothing can beat that view. Nothing can. Well, nobody prepared me for it. I was like, hot air balloon happens there. I mean, I was not excited, but I was like, fine, we'll go and see. And I booked my room, which was a cave suite in a place called Goreme in Cappadocia. It's a small place. And then it had a nice balcony. The whole thing is a cave, by the way. So it's naturally cooled. You don't need an air condition, nothing. So you step out in the balcony at 6 a.m. and I was sleeping and then something woke me up there. Have you ever been in a hot air balloon? No, obviously. So when they go up or down, they pump the fuel, right? And it creates a loud noise, like massive. And then I was like, what the hell is that? And then I just came out and I was like, whoa, like you're surrounded by, and oh my God, even when I'm talking, I'm getting goosebumps. We're like literally surrounded by hundreds of hot air balloons. And then you can have breakfast with that view in the morning. Nothing can ever beat that view. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Imagine something like this even in our own India. Like if you go to visit Taj Mahal or any of our forts, any of our temples, you have a house or a balcony with that view and then you see something in front of display. So Italy and Turkey were my best experiences. Not so good, I would say Egypt. Not because of the place, because of the people. And that's the day I realized what we are to others, because what Egypt, some of the locals were to me, of how they were behaving. They're trying to scam you into something all the time. They're trying to make you buy, like constantly harassing you. No, buy this, walking with you, behind you for 100, 200 meters, trying to scam you into buying the scarves, or very common scams over there. Like somebody will come, oh, my brother, this scarf looks nice and it's my gift from Egyptian people to you. And then, and you just have, even if you do the mistake of saying thank you and walking away, then they'll come, brother, my wife, I need money for, and if you start saying no, then they start fighting with you. And then more people will join you. And this is very common in Egypt. I didn't know about these scams and it just unfortunately happened. If you take a camel for a ride, they'll give you a prize, like okay, from here to there, we'll drop you at the viewpoint. You pay for that. But then once you get there, they'll like, oh, but we need more money for the camel. Oh, camel is not mine. Boss, we need to feed the camel. I'm like, oh, fine, whatever. Oh, but for me, my tips, I'm just working here. So they'll just try to milk out every rupee from you. And then you realize, oh, don't we do the same thing with foreigners when they come to India? And that's the same experience they have when they visit India. So it's something that we need to work on, how to treat our guests. We say Atitha Devo Bhava, but we don't really follow it. And that's when I realized. So I kind of had a not so good experience in Egypt. Place was fabulous. Like I love the place.
Yeah. So, Jim, I think you have spoken about how you got into content creation. So now I want to ask you, how has been that journey of content creation so far?
So I wouldn't say the best. I'm still getting there. Like it's been fun because I quit my job a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I decided to pursue content creation full time. And what better country to do it than your own hometown, which has so much to offer. And I'm still exploring, still filming and posting. So my growth is there. Slowly it's growing. But hopefully in the future, when I get bigger numbers, I'm guessing it will be better. But it's not like I'm struggling right now. I'm having a good time. I'm going to places, enjoying. I covered almost all of Ladakh, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan recently finished. So having a great time, chilling, enjoying, filming, posting.
And you do it in multiple ANA format, what I've seen, wherein you are like going with a car, going on bike, and multiple ways.
So bike, I majorly did only when I did Ladakh. Because my car won't be able to survive where I go.
Yeah.
But other places, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Rajasthan, all, I prefer car. It's comfortable. It's just like a travel, but I can do many kilometers at a stretch. Otherwise, on bike, it's a little bit difficult. You're carrying so many gears and all. If you're something as simple as going for lunch at a dhaba, I can't even focus on food because my concentration is on the bike, because all my camera, gear, everything is attached to a bike.
Yeah.
So bike I don't prefer much. Also, yeah, I enjoy bike rides, but I prefer car now, especially Rajasthan, Gujarat, where it gets really hot, and also I prefer car. Sorry.
तू पण आता बायकान वयता, बाल तापणार आहे तुझे.
No. She's okay, but I try to take her also for long rides. So it takes a couple of days to get used to it.
Yeah.
When she's traveling with me, but it gets a little difficult with somebody, the pillion rider. So I try to, when she's there, I try to go on a car. But as a solo, when I'm traveling on bike, she's always, of course, she's concerned. Because doing Ladakh solo without any backup, it's a bit scary also for her. I mean, if you think about it, like going to Umlingla, going to Khardungla, Diskit and all these places where remote areas, Pangong and all, like she's concerned, but I always share my live plane like with Google Maps, and I share my location. So she knows where I am at all times. Yeah. She's scared, but now she's accepted what it is like to be
Part of the life.
Yeah. So she also enjoys it now.
Yeah. She's also very much supportive and
Very much. Yeah. If it wasn't for her, I don't think I would be doing this. It's because I know now that I quit my job, I know I have something to fall back to. Because she has a really good job. So I know if I don't succeed, I have a backup, like someone who can support me to pursue this even further if I want to go ahead.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's a huge part of my journey right now.
Yes. So, Jim, what is one most beautiful place you saw in India?
Oh man, so many. If I have to actually select,
It's going to be difficult.
it's very difficult because every place has something unique to offer, right? Even based on your experience. Like recently when I came from Rajasthan, I visited this place called Chacha Kota. Not many people know about it. Like, what is the first thing that comes in your mind when I say, oh, let's go to Rajasthan? What is the first thing that will come? What do you expect?
Desert.
Exactly. But if you just Google Chacha Kota,
Yeah.
you'll see islands, you'll see
Oh,
water,
wow.
you'll see so much greenery. You just don't expect it. So something like that. Even when I visited Mount Abu, green, like it's something you don't expect Rajasthan to be.
Mm-hmm.
So Mount Abu, Rajasthan, Chachakota blew my mind. Then there is this temple I visited called, again, let me ask you a question. If I ask you which is the biggest marble monument that you have visited, what would be the first answer?
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal, right? Check out Ranakpur Jain Temple.
Okay.
It will blow your mind. Like, even when I visited that place, so I was visiting one of the forts, forgot the Kumbhalgarh Fort, which has world's second longest wall after Great Wall of China.
Okay.
Yeah, I was visiting that place and I was going to Beda, which is like the Indian Masai Mara, where you get to see leopards coexist with humans. It's very rare. So in this village called Beda, there are farmers, they do their thing, and they have leopards and sloth bears in the same area. They all coexist together. They hunt, they take your sheep and lambs or goats for their food, but villages don't attack them. They don't attack villages. Then they have been coexisting peacefully together for centuries. So I wanted to visit Bera. And in middle, I just came across Ranakpur. It was late. I was like, oh, why don't I stay here? And then the next morning, I went to visit Jain Temple. And I was like, just mind blown by that place. It's huge. Not as structurally bigger than Taj Mahal, but as soon as you enter, the whole thing is made out of marble. There are 144 pillars, and not a single pillar is same. It's beautifully carved. There are structures. I think Ramayana is there. I don't know if it's Ramayana, but there are a lot of beautiful. It's beautifully carved. There are structures everywhere. It's huge, and that's when you realize, oh wait, this Taj Mahal is not even the biggest. I'm sorry if people who love Taj Mahal, who love Agra, but for me personally, it's Ranakpur Jain Temple. People don't know about it, and they really need to visit this place. And that is one temple that blew my mind. There are so many other beautiful temples as well in India, but for me personally, it was Ranakpur Jain Temple. Like you don't expect the scale to be that huge. So I went in the morning. I asked the guys, can I take my phone and photos? They're like, nahi, nahi, aap nahi aa sakte ho. So I'm like, theek hai, fine. So I went inside. I didn't even care. I was like, fine, it's a temple. I'll go visit, see what it is. And I was like, wow, this is huge. This is beautiful. I really need to film. I need to do something. So I asked one of the panditji, like, hey, I wanted to film. I wanted to capture it. What can I do? They're like, हाँ, आप 12 बजे के बाद आ जाओ. You can use the phone and camera. Visit us out. So I stayed back. I was supposed to be somewhere else. So I stayed back. I waited till 12 and then I filmed like for 5 hours only in the temple.
Okay.
And I felt it was still not enough. Like you need a proper guide to explain the whole place. Yeah. Have you visited this temple, Hoysaleshwara temple in Halebeedu?
No.
It's near Belur in Karnataka. Beautiful temple. So that, but in marble.
Okay.
Massive temple, thousands and thousands of sculptures. Everything in marble. So it's something you don't even expect. Because Taj Mahal is beautiful. Of course, you have seen it. It's just a structure, but you don't see that intricate work of, the statues and all. So you get to see that. And I think for this last 2 years that I've visited India, if I talk about structure, culture, and religion, Ranakpur Jain Temple has to be the best, I'd say. Okay, if I talk about nature and all that, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Ladakh, it's beautiful. But yeah.
In terms of food, what do you think? Which is the best place?
Oh, arey, yeah. So I got roast omelette, bro. No, but diversity maybe. I think I like all state food. Yeah, I mean, every region, every state, every district you go to, the food changes. Some part of Rajasthan that are purely veg. Some places you get lal mas. That is also interesting. And Ladakh, the food completely changes.
That's what.
If you go to Nubra Valley and all, you don't get the normal roti sabzi and all. They have a food made with ragi and ghee, pure food. So it's different. But I have to point to one food I loved. I don't know.
Apart from Goa, yeah.
Apart from Goan, I like Karnataka food. Tamil. It's a Karnataka food I like. In the coastal Karnataka, Udupi, Mangalore.
Mangalore.
But again, it's so close.
Exactly. Mangalore food is like
But it's different. So
yeah. The rice is very different in North.
Ukudale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ukra is a big.
big rice. Their fish is different.
Yeah.
The vegetables and all they give along is different. So you can say Karnataka coastal food I like. But I like Indian food in general.
In general.
But that, yeah.
It's so I feel a lot of Indian food is so underrated. Mostly when you go, when you ask foreigners and all about Indian food, they can name hardly a few like chicken tikka,
Chicken, butter chicken,
chicken
naan.
and all that. But there is so much
True.
like so many variations of biryani itself, so many variation of dal is there. So which,
Dal bati is something also I liked. In Rajasthan, dal bati churma.
dal bati
It's very famous. That is also something I like. And yeah, foreigners when they come to that, they really need to explore food more than anything
exactly.
because they will truly appreciate and see how much diverse food we have.
So when I asked you about food, the immediate thing that you said was Goan food. I have a theory, and I suggest this to everyone who wants to get into cooking or want to pursue cooking as a like whatever passion profession. Study Goan food.
True.
They have to study Goan food. They have to learn how to make Goan food and why Goan food is one of the best food around the world. There's a reason. There is colonization. Portuguese, Europeans, they traveled from Europe to so many parts of the world, and like they were in South America, they were in Africa, then again in India. So the food that traveled to so many places and reached Goa. By the time it reached Goa, it was so complex, like chicken kafri
Africa is from Africa.
from Africa. Yes, like it was a African dish. But then when it comes here, our Indian spices gets mixed into it.
Same with pork vindaloo.
Yeah.
Shakuti, I'm not sure.
Shakuti, I think very much is a Indian thing only, like Goan thing.
It has coconut and also it
Yeah.
has to be.
Yeah.
But so do you like these or Saraswat?
Don't really have a say in that. I mean, I just enjoy. Sarasas, as in you're saying this vegetarian.
The
food?
vegetarian, the Goan Hindu.
Goan Hindu vegetarian food, I'm not very fond of. It's a very controversial thing to say.
I tried and I loved it.
Yeah.
I want to explore more. I recently came across a page on Instagram that cooks those food.
Okay.
So I want to experiment. Like I cook at home also for my family and also I kapriya, chapudi and all. It's there. I want to try this also now. Next probably. This one.
Goan Saraswat.
Yeah.
cuisine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can eat it once a year.
For Diwali.
For Diwali or something, yeah. Like I like that amade they do know like
Correct.
amade किती म्हणतात ते का? Saso, yeah, saso. Pineapple saso.
Yeah.
That's what I like also.
Like in Goan Catholic also has a different version of it with mangoes only.
Yeah.
They put a mustard and all.
Yeah,
I don't know how to make it, but it tastes really good.
exactly. So that's what like there is so much complexity in Goan food, Goan cuisine that they should learn. Apart from India, which food do you think?
Love Greek food. Love Greek food, Italian food. Absolutely love. Next, I would be Japan. I've stayed there for so long. And Mexican. So
Mexican.
Italy, Greece, Japan, and Mexico. Yeah. I mean,
Mexican food. Do you know any places in Goa that serves a really good?
I stopped. I tried when I came from Mexico. I was like, I love Mexico. Like, I want to make it try. And it was nowhere close. But this was back a couple of years ago when people in Goa were not experimenting with food. So I was a bit disappointed. So I never tried again.
There was a place in Panjim called Frida Cantina. It was like yeah, that a Mexican food only, Mexican South American sort of a blend. Was really good stuff, man. Now the place
So, likes
closed
to
down.
do with spices, right? Like, have you tried Indian food abroad?
Uh,
It's bad.
in
It's
yeah,
really
I've
bad.
tried in
Everywhere.
Dubai. I've tried in Dubai.
It's close because we can take
Yeah.
spices there. But if you talk about Mexico or America or Australia, New Zealand, I tried food there. It's not even close. It looks Indian,
Yeah.
but does not taste the same. So my theory is I feel because we cannot get those spices, we cannot get those condiments. So it doesn't taste the same. Same thing goes with Japanese food.
Absolutely.
Like you can try Japanese food here, but it's not going to be the same. So
Absolutely. Because yeah, it makes sense because the food that I eat in Russia when I'm visiting Russia and the food that my wife cooks over here, when my in-laws come they cook over here, there's huge difference in terms of
it
taste.
also has to come with cost. Let's just say you want to have a an authentic carbonara or some pasta, pesto. You need pine nuts. You need कितने कहते हैं? The cheese, Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is very expensive. So is pine nuts. But to make
Pine nuts are so fucking expensive,
very expensive.
and pine nuts are so delicious.
Yeah. So when you make pesto with that, no, with basil and all, it tastes really good. But then tu pesto hapa gelo restaurant and you say, okay, my authentic pestos hai. That cost of cheese itself is expensive. 350-400 रुपए 200 तो. If that whole thing goes in you, 3-4 cheese झालं.
Correct.
Pine nuts is expensive. Basil and all that ठीक है. Then that cost of that one bowl of pasta is already 700-800 for the guy who's making it. He'll sell you for 1,000. Now will you go out and eat 1,000 rupees for pasta with your family? You know? So yeah, it has to do with the spices or the ingredients you get in Goa. You don't get it there. It's cheaper because you get it over there.
But then I also believe, Mare, like there's a huge mistake that mostly Indians do is when they go out of India, they want to eat Indian food.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is
I
very
hate it.
sad.
I hate it. I never like. I only ate like twice, thrice when I used to work on the ship. But that was like. But I understand why, right? You go out, you miss home food so much because you're used to it, and now suddenly you have to eat burgers and pizzas, and you're like, "Nah, I need real food. Food's jevan. So you tend to go out and search for Indian food, and then you get disappointed because the food doesn't taste good. But then for me, eventually I was like, okay, you know what? Let's stop with the Indian food. Let's go out and experience their food.
Yes.
And once you overcome that, no, you truly appreciate how beautiful the food is outside.
correct.
Like my cousins who visited Thailand and all, they told me, I can't I'm like, are you serious? Thailand has some of the best food. You're telling me you had to make ramen and eat every day. Then you're not a traveler.
Yeah, you're not a
Tourist.
traveler.
Tu gela, tsoile, ele, puro.
When I had gone with my people in Thailand, they wanted to eat only Indian food because yeah, think John Cholna. And I'm like, Baba, at least try. Like the pad thai,
Mango sticky rice.
is so good, man. It's so good. Ani,
You need to be open for the flavors. If you're some food, our palates cannot take it. I'll agree. Even in Japan, as much as I love the Japanese food, some of the food just there is a fermented beans.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, like all my money will not be able to eat. It stings. Something it's called. I forgot. It stings. It tastes horrible. But it's something they enjoy. We don't, and we our palates will not be able to take it. So yeah, some things fine, but at least try once. You know,
Exactly.
then you'll know what.
So the same people, where I made them try the papaya salad in Thailand.
I love it.
And they love it.
Amazing.
That fellow ate it and ordered another
It
one.
was amazing. It tastes.
Raw papaya salad. It's difficult to get it here, but in Goa, not possible.
Yeah. I make a point to only try outside. No matter where I go. I like it, I don't like it. I at least want to try.
I personally feel
Yeah.
that the greatest soup that humanity has ever created, like soup. Only soup I'm talking about. The greatest soup that humans have created is the Tom Yum soup.
Okay.
Thailand Tom Yum soup. I feel because the flavors are so intense and so nice. What is your say in that? Or you are a kind of person who doesn't like sushi?
Yeah. In San Francisco, no, there is again, I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. There is a seafood soup you get in San Francisco. Uh, I forgot the name. I'll let you know later. And that I loved it. Like that's my favorite soup. Second would be French onion.
French onion.
I love it.
Amazing.
I love that.
French onion. I have made it at home.
Yeah, amazing it is.
Yeah. So I follow this one guy. He talks about food and different flavors and so he thought to make that Instagram recipe,
Acha.
onions, French onion soup, and I made it and I was like, there's nothing in it. It's just onion and few other things and it's so delicious.
So good. I feel if you ever go to France and if you can eat their food, you can eat
Anything?
anything. Their food is different, not for Indian palates. They don't taste the same. Like they don't use much spices. Like something like escargot. Have you tried that? It's basically snails
No, I
made with butter and spices. It's very different, difficult. Even if when I tell my wife, "Oh, I'm having snails today with bread," she's like, "Oh." Like if you watch that movie Queen, where she gets served that fish with bread, it's difficult to understand. And for Indians, so
Yeah.
if you try their food, it's different, but something to experience.
you should be open to
You
it.
should be open to it. Yeah, you can't say no. Nane meko Indian khana. You I want. You'll never survive outside. You'll have to survive on ramen and biscuits and chocolates and all that.
Any tough travels you have had that you can think of, wherein it was maybe mentally tough or physically tough, and
Physically tough, I enjoyed. Like going when I was in Norway, we did a lot of hikes over there. Physically tiring, yes, but it's beautiful. But mentally, only Egypt, I would say. That was only mentally draining because we expected a lot from that country. And then you have a bad experience and you're like so tired. You're like, I didn't want that to be my experience.
yeah.
So even when people ask me how I'm going to Egypt, I'm like, okay, you need to be careful of these things. It's a beautiful country, but just be careful. Don't be too friendly. No, people are there to scam you.
Correct.
But tough, not so much. I embrace every experience as for it is.
Okay. So let me ask you another thing. What I'm sure a lot of people who want to know is in India when you're traveling, how safe or unsafe it is to travel. I'm talking about
For both. For men, it's different, right?
it's different. This I
For
think
women, it's
for women any place is
Yeah.
difficult.
Any place,
Women
yeah.
for women it's so sad. It's like really sad. For women any place, even if you're traveling by a aeroplane, going by taxi, it's very scary, man. Like, but yeah, for men you can say.
only one place I felt extreme, and I'm not a racist. I really want to put it out there. It was in south of Ladakh towards Kashmir. That was the only place I felt a bit unsafe because I felt like because I'm solo ride Gotala Tinga in the evening, and I felt I was being followed, and it's a different religion people dominated place, I would say. So that is the only place I felt because, other than that, normal scams and all happen. So for men, not too bad. Rajasthan, few places people ask me to be safe because I have a lot of friends from Rajasthan. But personally, I never felt unsafe anywhere. And I rode and drove at night also, day also. Personally, I never had any bad experience. So Ladakh towards Kashmir, Kargil, that was the only place I felt, okay, something could go wrong. And I made some video evidences and all and sent it to my wife. She was tracking me just in case something goes wrong.
So Jim, what is there for you in future now?
So I really want to pursue this as much as I can for the next 1 or 2 years. I want to pursue doing content. I really enjoy this and it aligns with my interests, especially travel, experiencing, filming. Would want to get into wildlife as well because something that I enjoyed for the last few years, 2 years. So somewhere between content creation and wildlife, I would like to merge them because in India, I don't even know if there are content creators who make travel content as well, along with wildlife. Because on my page, I don't want to only make videos about places to visit. I want to make videos about food to try,
Yeah.
wildlife to expect, hikes to do, like all in one place. I don't want to be that in one niche. I want to be in the niche that is like Indian content creator who makes content about India, who talks about religion, who wants to talk about uh, places to visit, food to try, new experiences to try, wildlife you would want to go and see in some places. Because there are unique wildlife in every place. Like people don't know India has lions as well. Very few people know. And because it's not lions are not natively from India. So they were brought in Gujarat. So in one place in Gujarat called Gir, you get lions. So, I want to show people, I want to tell people like if you're visiting India, these are the places that you would want to visit. Especially for foreigners. I have a lot of followers for because I made so many friends. I want to show them what India really is.
And I think how I can see your content. Your content is very much sober and grounded. That's one good thing. It's like there are a lot of travel vloggers, Indian travel vloggers, and some of them are really in your face sort of.
Yeah.
And
I don't want it to be that loud. I don't want to be cringe. I want to keep it to the point. If I want to talk about a temple or I want to talk about a temple or a food, I want to keep it to the point. I don't want to be like, "Ye karna hai, ye." No, I'll tell you what it is and give you my experience. And then you can come and try. I don't want to say this is the best thing ever you'll have in your life. I know it sounds great on camera, but it's a good hook.
Correct.
But let's just say you come and try the same thing and say it's shit, and then you're like, gym ki tu videos bata rahe. So I try to refrain from that. I try to keep it very simple. You get to learn from it, and that's it.
What are the places you want to explore more?
Northeast, big time. I haven't been to Northeast yet. So when I say Northeast, I don't want to say like few places and like come back, right? But I want to like actually take a 4x4 vehicle, stay there for 2 months, aram se, slow travel, film everything, take your own suite at 2-3 months and magi up. Because I feel that place needs more representation.
Absolutely.
It's underrated for sure.
Absolutely, totally agreed.
Yeah.
In terms of everything, the the place, the food, the culture, the people, very much
They are
underrated.
completely different.
Underrated.
Completely different, yeah.
Cool. Hope you enjoyed.
Yes, it was my first podcast, so I had a good time here.
Yeah. It was great to have you over here, and I also enjoyed and got to know so many things and what you are up to and what have you been, because college time, yes, we was there and all, but like I think we had a conversation like this after a really long time.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember our performances in Bits Pilani.
Pitani, that's
Crazy. Bits Pilani thing was crazy, man. So you remember those days now?
Yep.
Love.
It was a good experience.
Yeah. On that big stage.
Yeah. I think that was my first performance for a larger audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was a bit scary, but good. Good scary.
I have one question for you, which I have kept for last.
Yeah.
If at all, in the journey of when you were starting your career, you had if you had to fall in love with Formula One that time, would you think of pursuing a career in Formula
I still think about if I can be a photographer, a Formula One photographer, either for the sport or for any team, I'll take it right now.
Crazy.
That's been a passion for such a long time, and being a photographer for Formula One is man, ultimate dream. Ultimate. And it's something I can do later also. I don't have to be like the young, energetic now.
Yeah.
So there are people like Kim Illman and all older gentlemen who are doing such great work in Formula One. So yeah, someday, hopefully we'll get there.
So Max is winning this year.
100%. 100%. Lando no win. PS3 could be, and I'll root for PS3 and Max.
Yeah. PS3, I think they. I mean, this is going in another direction, but PS3, I think they are not doing enough justice to him. I feel sorry.
Sure.
I feel sorry for him.
The graph for the last few races from where he was to where he is now.
Yeah.
He already lost the lead.
I think it's like same what Red Bull did with Perez
Yes.
is being done with
True.
with PS3 now.
True.
Yeah, but let's see. All eyes on Max.
100%. I think he'll win. If he pushes, I have a feeling it will be a very good last race.
He has a mindset of a champion.
Yeah. He's a killer.
Tech विचारता है now this is for everyone to learn from him. Tech विचारता है have you like कोटो विचारता है like that turn one of particular race is so tough. How are you preparing for it? Like, what are your thoughts about it? And he says, like, I will think about it when I reach.
Makes sense, no? Every turn one incident, he's out of it. He's always. I think he excels there.
Overthinking भी करत ना तो he just goes
Just goes for it. Gap asun asum hoita. कि जाते हैं मुकार तो यार.
Good.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed, you can look in that camera and say like you enjoyed and subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. And do like, comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel.
Great. And Jim, whatever Jim is doing will be links will be there in the description. Do check him out. Do follow his journey. And like I said, he's not too in your face, so you are really going to enjoy his content.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I enjoyed my time.
Yes.